Hey Trues, it's Tina and I'm back with another video. Happy Monday. It is a holiday, so definitely have some time off today. And I just wanted to touch base on an amazing topic that actually came across me this weekend. And it's about idolization, idolizing your blessings, not idolizing the things that are very, I guess, obvious to avoid, like, different gods, for example, or just things that really are blatantly put out in the Bible. But I mean idolizing your own blessings that the Lord has given you, and making that your idol above God and prioritizing that above God. So I definitely wanted to talk about this topic today because it's kind of like a sneaky way we can have idolization in our lives without even knowing it, because sometimes we look at the things that we considered bad stuff or sin, which it is sin, when it comes to, doing things that are pretty blatantly obvious. Sometimes we might idolize things and we don't know that we're doing that, because we look at it as a good thing. Like, oh, well, it's good that I'm actually consuming my time and my thoughts into this space. But if we're not careful, we can actually turn that thing into an idolization. And that goes for anything God gives us, right? Whether it be something monetary, whether it be a material thing, or whether it be a new opportunity, for example. Sometimes we can get overly excited to the point where we can even neglect our relationship with God, or the task that He assigned us to do could be put in the backboard burner. So that's how you know, like, you're idolizing something. And if you feel like in any moment it can be taken away and you're gonna have like an anxiety attack because of it, you definitely need to work through that. And you definitely need to ask yourself questions, spend some time with the Lord, and figure out why you have this void, for this idolization to take place in your life. And of course, for example, some people idolize relationships, for example, like romantic relationships. Those are a little bit obvious, but some people might look at it like, well, I'm, actually just preparing for it to happen. And then you might have some friends that might look at you sideways like, you are kind of idolizing this, to be honest. So yeah, there is a balance, right? And when we have that balance, we want to make sure the Lord is always on the top. The Lord is in the top of our priority for our day. We give Him our first, set of eyes, our first breath, our first everything. So we have to make sure we put things in order. When we put God in order, in the direct order, that's when our blessings flow and come. So it's not our job before God. It's not our relationship before God, our marriage before God, or even, winning a championship, who knows, before God. We have to make sure it's God is our priority first, and then we trickle down into what God wants us to prioritize after that. Because He is the driver, author, and finisher of our lives in faith, So we can't just treat God like, okay, you gave me this thing, I'm loving life right now. See you in 2 weeks. Like, that's literally how you know that you are idolizing something and your heart posture is changing. You can be humble and grateful for something, but we have to also make sure that we're not turning this into an idolization scam or scheme where our heart posture starts turning against the way God actually loved where we were at initially when we didn't have that specific thing. So that's just something I took into account for this weekend. It's, beautiful weekend. And yeah, that is my message for today. You guys have a lovely day and have a great one. I will have another message very soon. Bye. Bye, Trues.